万能，万能。万能，万能。这一趟应该是最后一次好完整的故事模式了，所以说大概就把动画那些什么的就完整再看一次。万能，万能。这游戏到现在为止更新过几次啊？一次而已。如果要机枪的话，可能要最简单，不然不然玩到明年都玩不完。写什么标题有写啊？万能，万能，是巴士都不看标题。
It does to me a hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies.
其他的先不讲，那个剧情评价真的是蛮两极端的。
And some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself.
万能，万能。
I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful.
11、12月起，云端发票未中奖。
Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up. So I flew up, straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw OCS fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Crap. You should have been wearing a vest with me, you piece of junk. Should have built a deterrent field.
再不做。
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down.
早上有那种打来就挂的那种电话，而且它还留语，它还有留语音，我真不想打开来看，不想打开来听，万难万难。
Our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft
查那个号码也是都是一响就挂，可是他还留了语音，
We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Yuuzhan ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron, IUPF, has been put on high alert.
晚安，晚安，克瓦南，克瓦南。
克瓦
Find
南
the unidentified craft.
感谢伊巴拉基卡巴第37个月的续订，感谢感
If the
谢。
hostiles counterattack, then you will.
What the hell was that?
There's smoke!
We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead.
How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed.
没有哪一架来打呢？
Scramble! All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
就说我不是很想去接那一，本来就没接到了，更不想去按他的语音。既然都要用机枪的话，其他的任何东西都，武装的东西都除了机枪以外都不用装了。是话没有啊，工作地方的还是会要用啊。噔噔噔噔噔噔。这个随便啊，装什么都一样。乱难乱难，先瞎鸡巴全部拆下来。把机枪的都摆上去。威力、射程、击弹率，还有一个是会辅助瞄准。不要自动扫射，雷达锁定系统这3个装上去，追踪就没办法了，机炮追踪杀小。再来就应该机体本身的机动性跟耐久力了。还有一个。大概先这样子吧。前面的关卡应该还好，后面的可能危险，而且要摆上。好了，要开始了。其实我并不知道这几架空优机哪一架的机炮是比较强。
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
噔噔噔。家用当然很少啊，公司行号一定要用啊。万难乱难。
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron. Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff.
这样我都不能用其他武器了，可不可以先帮我把其他武器拔掉？我怕不小心按到。我先把我的圈拔起来了。
Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
看，连图钉好哦。打完一天我手就烂了。
This is the AWACS Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
出师不利。
Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element.
直接撞上去。
You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2.
我想说他应该不会太硬吧，扫个几枪就好了，结果扫一扫撞到。
There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken.
万能万能。
They're way overhead.
做机枪的当然就是主要目标打掉就好了。
Harbor fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts form up for another attack. Point is 835.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
Final 3 engaging.
Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2.
因为想要来玩呢、
Mage 2, targets in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this.
I know the kid showed some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely got his
我
feet.
知道啊，他实际上那个机炮圈出来之前，射程就稍微比那个机炮圈还要再远一点。第一代设定都是这样，这一代我不知道它实际上有没有更长。不要！我为什么要用特殊武器？什么卡命令我？飞太快了，万能万能。感他很坚持要我用。
Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base.
Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Whoa there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Column, Mage, 2 new enemy crews.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my
一关都是
ass.
靶子啊，后面就比较会动。
UAVs. I can't tell them apart.
我觉得他可以同时办到机枪又无伤，然后我就觉得那4小时一定办得到的，因为能够同时机枪无伤就已经是很强了。那样子的话，4小时对他来讲应该就不行。应该说达成前面那2项的话，还要再加个4小时，反正4小时是最简单的那一个。你怎么那么来打？
Bandit confirmed down.
They can burn with their whole payload. Taking cover in the clouds.
Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp,
但
think fast.
他纯用炸弹过关，那他技巧也就是超强那种。空战骑兵界的遗世之人。纯炸弹比那两个还要扯啊！纯炸弹其实比。
Mage 2 splashed abandoned. Mage 2 locked. One remaining.
Mage 2, keep your focus. You got this. Mage 2, enemy has lock on you.
To Golem and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down.
原来是赶羊大师。
Shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Golem Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Golem 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Seawater and Gunther Bay. I am Princess Rosa Cosette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
又站起来了，看起来是要吃饭。哎，怎么从那边下去啊？
Your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. 啊，要去喂猫了。稍等一下。
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
对云634空偷利卡队。
小米挖沟啊！感谢收视的第18个月的订阅，头里打对，好哦，感谢感谢。棒棒棒！我手打的，Guns Only 。看到那个就可以继续下一关了。
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war
然后
on
当然
the
就处
Ocean
在
Federation.
我现在其实没有
As
很
soon as
想
the
吃
news
的
broke
状态。
out, enemy aircraft began
把它弄
bombing
好，来
Ocean
看一下又跑到
territory,
别的地
causing
方去。
widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Ocean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usea, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Usea, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Ocean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Usian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Ocean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
Whoa!
20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usea was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oceans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usea, paid for by the Oceans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer.
这个也在 Guns Only。
In case you were wondering, Yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Ocean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye. I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
原来是 Bentog。
Erusia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Yuzian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns.
感谢 ASD F256 变回新订阅，感谢感谢。
The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the road.
没有啊，现在会累计啊，你应该是没有开那个累计的那个通知吧？ 现在就算断定也只有累积。而且你的头像还是1年的、啊，嘿嘿嘿。只是连续的记录断了而已。噔噔噔，噔噔噔。 因为 Twitch 的演算法改啦，我不是有在 Discord 讲，我在实况也有讲，你们都不听。像这一关地面部对我的可能要考虑哦。多功能。 不是为了用特殊武器，是为了让机炮 调那种机体的机炮是稍微低一点，打地面目标会比较好打。
That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? You should be close.
Yep.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Get the radar vehicle out of there! We don't have any anti-air yet.
It's popping off now, Trigger. War has officially begun.
Enemy has a lock-on. Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle!
Ground target destroyed.
Move the vehicle! We can't wait any longer. We need interceptors now. We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
哪里呀、
Locked on target.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion.
会啊，我就撞过电线啊。
Interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
但是撞到树果。
Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected.
哦，哪里啊？没看到。
So trust your radars.
没差了。
Trigger, there's one more to go.
哦，电线可以穿啊，可是我没穿好，那一次有就撞到啊。
Targeting range of guns.
应该说我根本就没看到，谁想抢啊？
Last radar vehicle. Great work.
自由开火！
Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy aircraft away from the base.
Enemy transports attached.
冰棒棒！
Bandit is in my sights.
Protect this. No, they're not linked to the radar vehicle. Launch manually. Redo the setup.
卡台。
Here's some feedback from those performers. I can manual in a language we can understand.
All right. This base is worth destroying.
Enemies locked on.
2 locked.
All aircraft. Residential area.
Clouds don't just affect your field of vision.
突然觉得回到二战了，二战机体没那么的会飞。
Lose their lock on to their targets too.
We aim over clear ground. School 3, get the bailout now.
Zone 3.
Zone 1. Enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
Breaking.
5 targets remaining.
对，二战还可以丢炸弹，
Caution, hostile at the radar lock.
我连丢炸弹都不行，我也不能打开驾驶舱直接拿手机枪跟人家射。
Don't eyes up in there.
Confirm it. My brother was in that radar unit.
Blades, you want us to take down the enemy without damaging any public facilities? That's gonna be a circus.
4 targets remaining.
Box 2.
Okay, let's completely blind
我
those
忘记哪一
bastards.
架的特殊武装那个辅助机炮可以算在钢手里。
Missile closing. Evade.
嗷！当然，镭射机枪是不算。
Element 1, box 2.
Locked.
好像是21吧。
Launch preparations complete. Bolts are free. Whenever you're ready. Stand clear, 15 meters. UAVs ready to launch. Away.
哎，让我打完了。
What happened? Status
怎么爆
report.
炸？
Multiple bogies on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Those bots spotted, clown.
我觉得要击穿在这里就是那个难，就是开始麻烦了。
Just think of them as somewhat
我直接
clever
拿机枪帮
decoys.
我打。
Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Golem 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy our enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter.
He's saying the war could change in an instant. Get over it.
Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
哇！他那个辅助器有那么微哦？看你算命中。我难，我难。
Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah.
Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
Don't try to read their movements.
过来，过来。
I'm on this one's tail.
Careful of ice formation in the clouds. Targeting gun range.
Enemy knows a few moves, but that's about it. Just chase them down and pull the trigger.
Mage 2, you've iced up.
超绝大结冰。
Golem Squadron, surround them.
抱歉，飞太快了。
I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
You're doing good.
我想吃
Just 2 more.
海陆大餐。
Trigger, don't let them give you the
你要做什么？我现在没办法看，可恶！哎。
Mage 2, there's a missile after you.
这样没过。敌人不会感受到基地，我也不会啊。我们玩家也感受不到，九机也感受不到。
On target 6.
Stall warning.
乱难乱难，跑过去啊，他妈的！
Clouds are screwing up the accuracy.
会对飞弹造成妨碍，你不会用机靠吗？
Formation in the clouds. In gun range.
谁打到我射线上？哎，以前会吗？不太记得了。A 选代购，我记得前几代不会。完了完了，真的老了。他动的并没有很难打，可是打那么久。
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
WT 会哦。
The skies are clear.
那个圈圈机炮瞄准啊。
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
我用机枪打这么多的，我可以参加荒野的兽飞行队了吗？
Current target is on rails. They're still.
我看看你贴了什么东西。
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar.
还好辉夜姬这一集看。
Keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up.
Guns only bonus.
Let us
偷贴 P 网 ID 想干嘛？
The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier Kestrel 2 was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Gray's Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Osean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us.
不会啊，都有人可以机枪加无伤的，哈以上应该，我不知道他用什么难度打的啊。你如果哈只是要机枪的话 ，S 都会有人办得到啊。你要我来办应该也可以啊，只是我不想打而已。我哪天想不开的时候可能会打一下。噔噔噔。
Mage Squadron aircraft preparations complete.
噔噔噔。而且我还用手把，用摇杆应该会稍微比手把顺手一点吧。我怎么开1年的好运道我开不了，没那么多东西可以玩。
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other base's squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we can went wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to them like glue. Don't let them out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins.
Mage 2, bandit down. Excellent work.
Hey.
Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds. I've lost control.
If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G turn.
4 remaining.
有飞行摇杆吗？我没有啊，我是用手把。抢头尽量抢啊，他们抢我轻松一点。哎，飞太快。 风好强啊！比较好，就慢慢来就好了。因为主要还是成就，只有差在成就。
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat.
Seems to be crazy to pick a fight with us. A rabid dog would know better.
Missile incoming! Evade!
What the hell?
Caution! Missile!
Caution! A large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert.
Missile.
2关结尾是大无人机。2分钟清完，路线都背很熟了，对不对？
Enemy has a radar lock. Break now.
Just waiting for mission command.
We'll live through this, Trigger. These guys are definitely a
比那个准星出来的时候射程还要长蛮多的。刚准星还没出来，盲射就射到。打的在那边扭，操的！
Take out Big Baby Huey.
Look at that light from the arsenal bird. What's going on here? I can't get a lock. Chosen one. Commander. They got me.
Damn. Skeleton 1 lost.
对啊，其实你用飞弹打，因为一发就过了。他受到伤害的时候会那个在那不明抖动。应该是机体在轻的关系吧。抖。
Shit, Golem 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Skeleton 3, break! Break! We lost another friendly!
Skeleton 3's lost.
They just keep coming. What's the plan?
Where's their report? Continue to
Come
maintain
in.
air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority.
How'd that happen?
我后面有，刚刚那样子也有中。
What the hell? Caution! All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there!
Break it!
Evade! Control ground. I'm breaking it up!
Skeleton 2 lost.
Shit, we got incoming.
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. Dangerous earlier, or I would have survived to hear it.
Save your chatter for the debriefing. Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
We'll go, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and I...
You won't make any difference up here. Get back
一
to
直
base.
真的很仁慈嘞，好像他在里面已经被射他都不走。
Returning home.
Yeah, what the hell, Trigger? Glad you're here. Not on my watch. Just keep firing.
Retreating aircraft. Leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit. Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back safe. Mage Squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. Good work.
This is getting a little tight.
是不是听到毛？
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
My status is fine. Affirmative. This is Gargoyle 1. Leading Operation Airspace with Column 2.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack.
One Vantage. SU-30.
Gargoyle 1, caution! Missile! Skykeeper, Gargoyle 1 lost.
他一般一直
What the
爽。
hell? Golem 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against an SU-30. Wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run.
Golem and Mage Squadron, help us!
Get those UAVs off of France.
This Golem and Mage Squadron installation failed go through.
就射到别的海
Travis is
了。
out.
看我把旁边那一台射掉了，傻小。哎，两台一起射掉了。
Column 3, March 2. Don't think, focus.
Mage Squadron still have their hot shot, and we just might make it out. Don't look back, just have faith.
不要不会打到自己人就好，没差。
I'm dead meat. I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared. I'm scared.
This is not good. Brody, break off.
Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Short-range aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time. Mage Squadron, get those things off my ass.
I'm tied up now. Trigger, can you help him?
Mage 2, target down.
A few seconds could mean life or death for them. Hurry up. I know. All we can do is fly away as fast as we can. Come on.
Missed. Hell of a good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
I'm grateful you're around.
Golem 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator. We can eat.
Column 2, get a hold of yourself. Column 2, get away from the enemy.
Mage 2, support! Somebody! Support!
Golem 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got Brony?
I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry.
Mage 2 is speaking on multiple UAVs. He's got them at bay. We owe him one.
All UAVs have been splashed.
对啊，就是他要开杀的时候，就会有那个
I said what I had to say. About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
可是你开 easy 的时候看不到机枪弹药数，你就不知道这一关到底实际上开了几枪。
Page 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach.
Runway's clear. Mage 2, you are cleared for landing. 3,000 to runway. 1,500 to runway.
只要一降落就可以减掉200。神轮。
Perfect, Mage 2. I knew you'd be back. Stand by for further orders. Be
我
ready.
觉得人类科技可以在那个起落架在降落瞬间可以承受200这种速度的话，航空飞机、航空科技应该不知道推进个几百年了。我就看一下猫大人在干嘛。
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel 2 was sunk during the attack on Farbanti.
吃个广告。
Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator.
好，感谢05310249，感谢感谢。其实我看得到你们实际上的订阅啊，就是其实大家都看得到，点下去就知道。如果你们没有点的话，我就不讲了。嘿嘿。美妆魔物的那个活动吗？到2月22号吧。可是他叫什么名字我忘了。干嘛？进来喝一口水又要出去了？求蛋姐，我看是长期抗战。哦，棒棒棒棒！